Are you an espresso lover who's a little bit disheartened with how much you're paying per espresso pod for your Nespresso machine? Well, have you heard about Nespresso compatible capsules from Caffe Vergnano? If you haven't, that's what we're going to talk about today on Aromacup.com. Hey everyone, I'm Brian with Aromacup.com. Thanks for tuning in to my virtual coffee shop brought to you by Aromacup.com. Today I'm going to be talking about, as I said earlier, the Caffe Vergnano single-serve espresso capsules from Caffe Vergnano. Now, these are compatible with Nespresso single-serve espresso machines. We've tested this with all of the ones that we have available, which is all of them, and we found that they work very well. Now, there is a little bit of inconsistency, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but what I have in front of me is my trusty Nespresso Pixie, one of my favorite machines by Nespresso. And if you own one of these machines, or if you've seen some of our other videos, you know that the Nespresso capsules can be a little bit pricey. And the only way to get them is in boutique stores or by joining the Nespresso Cafe Club. So these little capsules can add up pretty easily. They end up being about 72 cents a capsule, which certainly adds up per 10 capsules, 20, etc., etc. And if you like to drink your espresso a lot like I do, you're going to spend a lot. So we went out looking around for a Nespresso compatible capsule. We didn't really think that there were any, but we found Caffe Vergnano's capsules. Now, I'm holding one here. It comes in this vacuum sealed package. When you buy a box, you get 10 capsules. Now, there are 5 different types of capsules from Caffe Vergnano. And so we have DECAF, INTENSO, LUNGO INTENSO, CREMOSO, and ARABICA. Now, something I find interesting, just as a side note, about the packaging for everything from Caffe Vergnano is that there's a different color scheme for each of their capsules. It's very much like the Nespresso capsules, so it's going to keep a little bit of similarity there. And on the back and on the side, you're going to find some brewing notes. You'll find notes about intensity. You'll find notes about how they suggest brewing, how much water you should use, etc., etc. For instance, with the DECAF that I'm holding here right now, it states on the side, for best results, keep the extraction below 30 milliliters. 30 milliliters is about the average for an Italian-style espresso. So there's some brewing notes on each of the boxes, which I do think is cool because it shows that there is a little bit of coffee geekiness going on from Caffe Vergnano. So I thought that was kind of cool. Let's talk about the capsule. Now it just comes in this airtight package, and you can just open this up by just grabbing it and ripping it open. It's just a foil package. Now, I should note that the big difference between these capsules and the Nespresso capsule is that the Caffe Vergnano is plastic and the Nespresso is aluminum. Now that's just something to keep in mind. Now we think that that is what sort of has to do with the fact that there's a little bit of, again, sort of inconsistency in the pull, the draw, kind of the brew off of some of these capsules. The plastic just sometimes does not hold the pressure the way that you need it to, the way that an aluminum capsule can. But let's brew and see what it's like. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and drop this in, and we put this into our Nespresso machine just the same as we do a normal espresso capsule. Close it up to puncture it, and I'm going to go ahead and brew, and we'll come back after I'm done brewing a double shot. So that is my Caffe Vergnano capsule, and now I'm going to go ahead and do an espresso capsule just for comparison. Okay, so we're all finished brewing the Nespresso capsule. Now just real quickly, I want to side-by-side these for you guys and just show you the difference. There's definitely, I have to say, there's a lot more of what I expect from an espresso shot coming from the Nespresso capsule. Thick crema, and as you probably saw as it dissipated a little bit, I had that layering going on from the crema going down. I don't have as much of that with the Caffe Vergnano capsule, and that's just, you know, that's a basis of comparison for you guys to be able to check out. Again, right here I have the Nespresso capsule. This is the Caffe Vergnano. Same amount of water. This is a double shot from my Nespresso Pixie, but certainly a difference in the crema. I mean, I don't even actually have it sort of breaking up here, the crema on the Caffe Vergnano. And it's a little bit lighter, but that's going to come down to roast, not necessarily the coffee quality. That's just the roast intensity. So it's worth noting that I think if you are still a little bit picky about your espresso, you probably, I mean, you're going to want to taste these in order to compare, of course, but if you really like a good crema as you expect on espresso, you're probably going to lean towards the Nespresso capsules. That said, it's nice to have the option to replace Nespresso capsules because, again, the cost difference between these two is pretty drastic. We found about 50 cents per capsule for the Caffe Vergnano capsules. And again, as I was saying earlier, about 72 cents per capsule on the Nespressos. So there is a fair difference there. And if you're looking to save a little bit of money, maybe the crema's not as big a deal for you, you're going to want to check out the Vergnano capsules. So there you have it, everyone. Now, if you want some more information on the Caffe Vergnano capsules, want to find out where you can purchase them, click the link in the description here in our video, and you can find out how you can add these to your own at-home coffee shop. Again, it's really nice to have an alternative to Nespresso capsules because there hasn't been one up until now. That's my bottom line. I think it's great to have an alternative one way or the other. It depends on if you like the flavor of these capsules or not, if you want to stick with the Nespresso ones or not. But it is really nice to start having some replacements, and we will be talking about more of these, so check out our other videos here at Aromacup.com. As always, guys, I'm Brian with Aromacup.com. I thank you for joining me in my virtual coffee shop. I hope to see you next time, and take care.